But yeah, I think Ashley's gonna be back here.
So she knows how to take the.
Yeah, if like the only end I should say to this is the one that would adjust the phone. So just
Okay.
I don't know if it's too much band sound.
We'll just. I don't know. We're not that professional, so it should be okay.
Right here? Alright. Go to the center and get her. She wants to go to see show off. So we got to space out in between the seats. And then give me tickets on the way Paul.
I don't know what aisle.
I don't know.
I think this will get good. I think you can stand. Mike, can you use your hand for those two, can't you? Always a way when you figure it out. See if I can move my chair.
Wake on. Break the brand.
I can undo that.
You counted wrong.
Huh?
You counted wrong.
You got the seats?
Huh? I can't find that many wires now. We can go now. All right, go ahead. Sit down.
better all the time. I think they're more dressed academians that they make stupid policies like that. Oh, okay, I'm safe. Why is he?
40 or prior to that.
Good evening. Welcome, family and friends, to the 140th commencement ceremony at East Palestine High School. Sitting before you are the classes of 1976 and 2026. As alumni, the class of 1976 has already experienced many of the trials and tribulations that we, the graduating seniors, have yet to embark upon. As the class of 2026, we have anticipated this day for 13 years, and now we sit here reflecting on our time together, celebrating this accomplishment and planning what is to come. Also here today are our parents, family members, and friends who have supported and guided us through childhood. I'm sure some of you are as pleased as we are to be here this evening. At this time, I would like to thank the Board of Education, Superintendent Dr. James Rook, Principal Mr. Dwayne Pavkovich, Mr. Mike Cochran, Mrs. Emily Randolph, Mrs. Mary Beth DeCello, and of course the numerous teachers present this evening that have impacted our lives and prepared us for what lies ahead. Thank you for taking the time to join us as we take our first step to the future. To my fellow classmates, the graduating class of 2026, I wish you the best of luck.
In 1976, America was celebrating its 200th birthday, and right here in East Palestine, the class of '76 was preparing to step into the future. The president was Gerald Ford, although by November, many of them would vote in their very first presidential election, the one that brought Jimmy Carter into office. At the movies, people were watching Rocky ironically run up the steps of the Philadelphia Museum of Art. On the radio, you could hear Fleetwood Mac, Elton John, and the Eagles blasting from car speakers and basement stereos. Back then, the average cost of a new home was around $43,000, and many people married young, often starting families not long after high school graduation. Long-distance calls were expensive, televisions had 3 channels, and if someone wanted to talk to you, they usually just showed up at your door. And through it all, the class of 1976 built lives rooted in hard work, resilience, and community, values that define towns like East Palestine. The class of 1976 grew up during the moon landing, lived through disco, cassette tapes, big hair, and the birth of the internet. They adapted from rotary phones to smartphones, from record players to playlists, and from handwritten letters to video calls with grandchildren. Today, most of the members of the class of '76 are in their late 60s. Many are retired or beginning retirement. Many are grandparents, and some are even great-grandparents. They raised children through decades of enormous change and still somehow learned how to text. As we welcome them back tonight, we aren't just remembering who they were in 1976. We are also recognizing the lives that they built and the fact that no matter where life took them after high school graduation, whether they stayed close to home or traveled far away, East Palestine was always a part of who they were. Once a Bulldog, always a Bulldog. Welcome home, class of 1976. Karen Allen Cohen, East Palestine, Ohio. Douglas Bear, Port Orchard, Washington. Steve Bate, Petersburg, Ohio. Sherry Boggs, East Palestine, Ohio. Lori Borelli Macy, New Waterford, Ohio. John Bruno, Copley, Ohio. Catherine Buckley, Salem, Ohio. Ross Chick, East Palestine, Ohio. Ed Clark, East Palestine, Ohio. Bill DeRhodes, East Palestine, Ohio. Sally Dickey Bate, East Palestine, Ohio. Karen Dickey Henderson, New Waterford, Ohio. Michael Dilworth, East Palestine, Ohio. Lisa Elder, East Palestine, Ohio. Ed Essenwine, Washingtonville, Ohio. Michael J. Figley, Sr., East Palestine, Ohio. Darlene Fisher, East Palestine, Ohio. Cindy Ford, East Palestine, Ohio. Debbie Fromm, East Palestine, Ohio. Rick Gorby, East Palestine, Ohio. Brian Henderson, New Waterford, Ohio. Michael Kuhn, Carthage, Indiana. Mindy Huda Remley, Evansville, Wisconsin. Dave Hutchinson, York, South Carolina. Mary Kay Jones Manley, East Palestine, Ohio. Pam Kirtley Klein, East Palestine, Ohio. Lenny Klein, East Palestine, Ohio. Chris Lemley, East Palestine, Ohio. Barbara Lip, East Palestine, Ohio. Melissa Mackle Lynch, Columbiana, Ohio. Tom Makel, Bethesda, Maryland. Kim Maxwell, Cape Coral, Florida. Brad Mulch, East Palestine, Ohio. Dave Musser, Strongsville, Ohio. Bill Powers, Ortona, Pennsylvania. Douglas Price, East Palestine, Ohio. Patty Quimby Doran, East Palestine, Ohio. Mark Rhodes, East Palestine, Ohio. Jeff Roland, Latonia, Ohio. Carol Satterfield Foy, East Palestine, Ohio. Mary Seibert Davies, New Springfield, Ohio. Michael Springer, East Palestine, Ohio. Linda Steiner McLean, Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania. Jim Stewart, East Palestine, Ohio. Elizabeth Wilson Bear, Port Orchard, Washington. Tim Workman, East Palestine, Ohio. Kelly Young McConaughey, Long, South Carolina. And Rob Zook, Negley, Ohio. Welcome home.
On behalf of my fellow school board members and myself, I would like to welcome you, the family and friends of the class of 2026, to our 140th graduation tonight, and that's a long time of graduates. Thank you for taking the time to celebrate the class of 2026. I mentioned time. Time is a strange thing. It's an abstract idea. We can't see it, we cannot touch it, we cannot taste it, we cannot hear it, but it's always present. And sometimes time goes quickly, and many of you will think tonight it will go slowly. And I am sure many of the graduates, if you think about it, you're probably confused about time right now because you're almost done with school of 13 years, which is a long time, isn't it? And you were probably along the way thinking, gee, this is never going to end. Yeah. But here you are. It's almost over. And I'm sure you're hoping that I do not take up too much of your time. But don't worry. Mrs. DeCello told me I have 3 minutes. And if you learned anything while you were here, you learned to do what Mrs. DeCello said. Am I right? Okay. You also are probably thinking, the senior year went really fast compared to those other 12. But you're no different than the other classes before you. The class of 1976 are in the cafeteria right now having a reunion, and I am sure they are talking about how they can't believe that 50 years went that fast, and you guys have no concept of 50 years. To them, this was just like yesterday. And one of the members of the class of 76 told me they were one of the largest classes. They had 165 students. It rained the day of graduation, and they all were in here. I bet that took some time. Okay? So no matter how long or how bad this seems, it could have been worse 50 years ago, all right? I also would like to point out to the graduating class that your time of being a student at East Palestine we're counting time by the minutes right now, huh? Not hours, not days, not years, minutes. But your time for learning is not ended. Maybe from the books it does, but you will continue to learn throughout your whole life. And that's a good thing. You will learn from your successes, you will learn from your failures. You will have many of both. Hopefully, you'll have more successes. But if you learn from your mistakes, you won't repeat them, okay? And it will decrease the number of mistakes you will make. And if you learn from your successes, it will increase the number. So don't let the mistakes overwhelm you. They happen. They happen to all of us all the time. I am now going to conclude my remarks, so Mrs. DeSella won't be upset with me. And we're going to honor our 140th graduating class of 2026, and for them to conclude their lives as students and to transfer into a graduate. Thank you very much.
I would like to start off by expressing my gratitude for the people who have helped me through all the years. I want to thank my teachers here at East Palestine for always giving me the opportunities to succeed and helping me when I need it. I also want to thank my brothers for always giving me something to laugh about and being the best role models for what hard work should look like. And most of all, I would like to thank my parents for supporting me more than anyone and giving me more than I could ever ask for. I wouldn't be up here speaking today if I didn't have these people. From the first day of high school, I couldn't wait for it to be done. I didn't like the drama that filled the halls or the stresses that came from classes and teachers. I was always eager to move on to the next grade, to improve my knowledge, and to get myself more prepared for college when I would finally be leaving this small town behind me. I would watch each graduating class with envy, wishing it was my time to graduate and move on. I remember walking into work after the first week of my senior year and telling my coworkers that I already had senioritis. I just couldn't wait to get out of this school. Everyone had always told me that senior year was the quickest year of your life, so why did it feel like it was going to last for an eternity? And while I do have to admit that I left school early many times this year because I was bored and didn't think the day could feel any longer, this year truly flew by faster than any other year. Once I got into my normal groove for the school year, I came to realize what little time I had left. 8 months turned to 5 months, and 5 months turned to 3 months. Then the months turned to weeks, and I realized that the moment I had been working towards, my entire life was finally here. And as excited as I am to embark on this next journey, I can't help but feel sad about the memories I'm leaving behind. We might not be best friends with everyone in our class, but at the end of the day, these are the people who we have spent the last 13 years of our lives with. We have seen each other in our worst moments and in our best moments, and I think that alone is something each one of us should cherish. We know so much about each other, especially since we come from such a small class. But now that we are moving on, I want to bring light to the fact that we have helped shape each other into the people we are today. So as this journey in high school comes to an end, just remember that your next journey will be just as exciting as the one you are finishing today. Try to always embrace change and take risks because you never know what good could come from taking a chance. Andy Bernard from The Office once said, "I wish there was a way to know you're in the good old days before you've actually left them." It may feel like we have left the good old days, but we have so many good old days ahead of us. With that being said, congratulations to the class of 2026. Thank you.
Good evening, teachers, parents, and most importantly, the class of 2026. First, I would like to express my gratitude to the incredible teachers and staff who made this journey possible for us. Thank you for believing in us and providing your guidance along our journey. To my classmates, I am so incredibly proud of every single one of you and all of your achievements. For every step you had to take to be here today, I congratulate you. Today marks the end of an unforgettable chapter for us. Over the past years, we have shared memories, created friendships, and grown up alongside one another. Whether you consider your experiences in high school positive or negative, every single one of us is ending our journey here, graduating today. I am forever grateful for my experiences at East Palestine High School and for all of you who I consider family. Lastly, I would like to take the opportunity to appreciate my parents who have been my backbone my entire life and stood beside me with infinite support. Sometimes I would get frustrated as it felt like they were not satisfied with my accomplishments, never asking to see my report card or getting on me to do homework or making a big deal over academic awards had me convinced that they did not care. As I stand here today, I realize that is not the case at all. I have learned that they trusted me to succeed and they never once doubted me. My parents have always thought the utmost of me and they were pushing me to be the best version of myself. For your unwavering trust and support, thank you, Mom and Dad. With that being said, the pressure of making my parents proud and retaining their trust was the driving factor behind my success. It was 8th grade graduation when they first mentioned that if I worked hard in high school, I could be top 10 in my class. It was junior year when that escalated to them mentioning working toward valedictorian. That was when I knew that I wanted it. I worked hard for it, I sacrificed for it, and man, did I stress for it. And then I did it. It was the end of first semester. I was sitting in Mrs. Randolph's office when I was told I met all of my requirements. It felt so good in that moment, like 4 years of the weight of all my stresses and tears was lifted off my back. It was a surreal feeling that I finally did the one thing that I had always dreamed of. It was after I walked out of Mrs. Randolph's room when I thought to myself, that's it. I don't know what I was expecting, maybe fireworks to shoot into the sky, a parade waiting for me outside, or that all of my problems would just go away. But no, I went back to my class and I just sat with the feelings of regret. Regret that I put in so much effort and dedication just for a title. I spent so much time worrying about perfection, I didn't take the time to look around and enjoy the moment. Would things have been different if I hadn't? Marilyn Monroe once quoted, "Never regret anything because at one time it was exactly what you wanted." That is the biggest lesson I have learned over the past 4 years. No matter what, there will be times where the outcomes are not what was expected. That is okay. Never regret those outcomes because at one point, you wanted it. Your past self is incredibly proud of you. Congratulations, class of 2026, on completing such an important milestone. Today is graduation, but tomorrow is the start of a completely new chapter for us. Chase your dreams, work toward your goals, never fear failure, and have no regrets. Thank you.
Good evening. I would like to take a moment to thank the amazing people here with me on this beautiful evening, especially my family. Without them, I would not be who I am today. They have supported me through everything, especially my parents, Derek and Candace Kerbaugh. They are my foundation, always supporting me even when they do not express it directly. They have been there for me through everything, whether it was band concerts, football games, or musicals. Even whenever I told them the day of, I could always count on them to be there, somewhere in the crowd. I would also like to thank my teachers and the faculty. They have helped me through difficult assignments and even personal problems, even whenever I asked dumb questions. No matter what, I always knew I could go to them for anything. Since 8th grade, I have always worked to be the best version of myself. I tried my hardest to earn good grades on assignments and tests. I never imagined I would be where I am today. Standing in front of you as one of the valedictorians of our class, my life has been a huge roller coaster of emotions and decisions. Since freshman year, I have been unsure about what I wanted to do with my life, whether college was for me or if I was meant to go straight into the workforce. Throughout these past 4 years, I have tried new things, worked hard, and learned more about what I wanted to do with the rest of my life, which wasn't always easy. I have decided that I will be going to college, which can be scary, but sometimes you have to overcome what intimidates you. Knowing I will be leaving soon still feels unbelievable. I will be leaving behind some of the most important people in my life, but sometimes it is important to face your fears. Graduating can be frightening, knowing that we are stepping into adulthood and beginning a new chapter of our lives. Over the years, our class has been through a lot, both individually and together. I remember when we all went to Camp Conaquee in the 6th grade. It was an experience I will never forget. I remember on the last day hearing everyone talk about how the toilet paper was going to be gone because of the pandemic. I was so confused about what was happening, but I remember going home and finding out we wouldn't have to go to school until next year. At the time, it felt like some of the best news ever. Well, aside from people getting sick. I also remember when we had an entire week off of school because of a whole huge snowstorm. It felt like a second Christmas break, a breath of fresh air. As a class, we have experienced so much together. In the future, I hope each of you continues to live your life to the fullest, create new memories, and strive to be the best person you want to be. As we leave here today, remember our community, our town, and all the experiences we have shared with one another, some good, some bad. In the end, we can all say that we have one thing in common, our memories. Always remember where you came from, even when life takes you far away. The class of 2026. As Dr. Seuss once said, you're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Thank you.
As I sat down to gather ideas for what to say to all of you today, I was stuck. I didn't want to stand up here and talk about myself because each student here today has had a different high school experience, but that does not separate us from one another. Some people might be disappointed in themselves while others might be proud, but at the end of the day, we all made it. We have come together today to walk across the stage to graduate together. I would like to specifically thank my close friends, mom, dad, principal, and coach who's helped me get here today. I'm honored to be standing in front of each and every one of you, from family and friends to faculty, but most importantly, my classmates. I get to see all of your faces one last time in what should be one of our happiest moments together. Now, I know not everyone was the closest of friends or even liked each other for that matter, but without every single boy or girl here, we would not have the memories we get to leave here with today. As we all know, high school is filled with drama and stupid fights, no matter if it's a big or small problem. These hallways can be filled with jealousy, tension, and chaos as we are all growing to find ourselves. We also could say school is filled with stress, homework, tests, and even teachers who we say make our lives miserable, but we cannot forget about the good. We share laughter, friendship, and school spirit. We have memories that will forever tie us together. I remember 4 years ago coming to commencement and not thinking anything of it. I thought to myself, I have so much time ahead of me, and now that I'm standing here today, I take that back. Some might say I'm overly emotional about graduating and cry every chance I get when the word senior is said, but it's because I've grown to love this town, to love my peers, but above all, to love East Palestine High School. Most kids will leave school at any chance they get, and I will admit, I used to be that student. Sorry, Pav. But then this year started, and I never wanted to miss a minute because I knew this was all coming to an end, and I knew I wasn't ready to put this place behind me. Some people can't wait to get out of this town and never look back because they hate every part of it, but for me, I know I want to go away and experience places outside of our little village because of the opportunities, confidence, knowledge, and hope East Palestine has given me. No matter if you were voted most likely to be famous, to succeed, the most athletic, or even something silly as class clown, you still made it. You are here today to receive your diploma, signifying a big moment in your life. My mom told me earlier this week, at the end of the day, you get to graduate, and that's all that matters. It's still a big accomplishment. And I would circle back to that every time I sat down to prepare this speech. No matter your status in high school, how many friends you had, or how good at sports you were, all that is behind us now, and today is the day that really matters. I can't believe the time has come for me to be able to say this, but here we are. Congratulations to the class of 2026. After a long but short 4 years, we've officially made it.
Good evening, friends, family, and class of 2026. Woo! Before I begin my speech, I would like to give a special thank you to my amazing sister and brothers for keeping me humble, my grandparents whose love and support has never taken a day off between heaven and earth. Thank you to my boyfriend who pushed me to be the best version of myself no matter what obstacles I've faced. And finally, I would like to thank my best friends. Dawn and Nicole Snedeker. My parents have given up so much of their own lives to ensure mine ran smoothly, pushing me in times I needed it most and supporting me through thick and thin. You guys have been my rock. It is because of you that I am the person I am today. Thank you for every sacrifice, every hug, every word of advice. I love you guys whole bunches. Sonder once said, the beautiful realization that every person around you is living a life just as vivid, complicated, and painful and beautiful as your own. Every person you pass in the hallway has a dream, a life they cannot wait to live. Fears that keep them awake at night, battles that they fight silently, memories that carry with them every single day. And somehow, despite all of that, here we are, together. Breathing the same air, living through the same moment, sitting side by side as the class of 2026. Some of us are excited for the future, some of us are terrified. Some of us have every step planned out, while others have no idea where life will take them next. And some of us may go to the fair after tonight for one last time, not realizing that we will miss these moments more than we could ever imagine, because one day, all of this will become a memory. The football games, meeting up at each other's lockers, listening to kids' long life speeches, and planning our last at this school. It will all become a memory. And in a way, that is what makes life so heartbreaking and beautiful at the same time. Nothing truly lasts forever, which is exactly why we have to live while we still can. Ever since I was little, I heard the same words over and over again. Maybe someday, maybe tomorrow. Well, maybe tomorrow we'll chase our dreams. Maybe tomorrow we will become the person we want to be. Maybe tomorrow we will finally start living. And the truth is, tomorrow is never promised. And I think one of the worst things you can do is spend your entire life waiting. Waiting to feel ready, waiting to feel worthy, waiting for permission to become yourself. Class of 2026, your tomorrow starts today. So live. Live the life you have always dreamed of. Do not wait to get the perfect job. Do not wait for the perfect house. Do not wait until the timing feels right. Do not wait. Because life is happening right now. You were not born just to exist. You were born to leave something behind, to make people feel seen, to stand up for someone else when nobody else will, to bring people together, to love deeply, to care loudly, to become the kind of person who changes the world simply by being in it. And yeah, the future is scary. Heck, I'm terrified because I have to go to college in 2 weeks. And there will be moments where you feel lost, moments where you fail, moments where your heart breaks in ways you never expected. But there will also be moments so beautiful that make all the pain worth it. Moments where you realize you are exactly where you are meant to be. Moments where you laugh so hard you can't breathe. Moments where you look around and realize this is what living feels like. So look around you right now. I mean it, look around. Every single person here has their own story, their own pain, their own future waiting for them. And yet, for this small moment in time, our lives exist together in sync. And maybe that is what makes being human so special. We are all just people trying to be loved, trying to be remembered, trying to matter. So make your life matter and live. Class of 2026, live your life to the fullest. Your tomorrow has come today.
Good evening, families, friends, staff, Board of Education members, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2026 of East Palestine High School. Tonight is a night you will remember forever. Some of you have been waiting for this moment since kindergarten. Others, counting down sometime around sophomore year, probably during geometry or algebra 2. Class of 2026, you made it. You survived early morning alarms, state testing, Chromebooks that somehow only died during assignments. And hearing the phrase, make sure you submit it on Google Classroom approximately, about 14,000 times. You also survived Spirit Weeks, pep rallies, full contact musical chairs, and the daily challenge of getting to class on time while stopping to talk to every other person you know in the hallway. Somehow, every year during pajama day, attendance suddenly improved, and first period became the quietest class of the entire year. Parents, congratulations to you also. You survived teaching your children how to drive. Honestly, you deserve an honorary diploma for that alone. But tonight is bigger than grades, assignments, athletic achievements, performances, or even awards. Tonight is about growth. This class has grown up during a unique time in history. You faced challenges that tested your resilience, your patience, and your character. Through it all, you continued to show up. You supported one another, and you represented this community, this school, with pride. That's what makes East Palestine a special place. This community understands perseverance. We understand what it means to face adversity and to keep moving forward. In class of 2026, you carry that same spirit with you. As your principal, I've had the privilege of watching you mature into young adults, ready to take the next step in life. Some of you are heading to college. Some of you are entering the workforce. Some of you are joining the military. And some of you are still trying to figure things out. But that's okay too. The truth is, nobody has life completely figured out at 18 years old. Honestly, most adults are just pretending they do. I know I am. One day, you'll realize your parents were right about more things than you wanted to admit. One day, you'll realize your teachers were preparing you for adulthood all along, especially with group projects, where somehow one person did all the work while the other one said they contributed emotionally and socially to the project. As you leave here tonight, remember a few things. Be kind to people. Work hard when nobody else is watching. Show up on time. Your future boss will not accept my dog stepped on my alarm clock. And never underestimate the value of character. The world needs good people far more than it needs perfect people. There will be moments ahead where your life doesn't go according to plan. You'll fail at something. You'll make a mistake. Everybody does. What matters is how you respond. Keep going. Because success is not about falling down. It's about getting back up every single time. Class of 2026, I hope you chase big dreams. I hope you take risks. I hope you find careers and relationships that bring you purpose and happiness. But no matter where life takes you, never forget where you came from. You'll always have a home here at East Palestine High School. Before I close, I want to thank teachers, staff, families, and mentors who have helped guide these students to this exact moment in time. Their impact reaches farther than they will ever know. And to the graduates, enjoy tonight. Take pictures, go to the flagpole, and do what you do. Celebrate with your friends. Make memories. Be safe. Tomorrow, your next chapter begins. Class of 2026, on behalf of the entire staff of East Palestine High School, congratulations. We are proud of you, we believe in you, and we cannot wait to see what you accomplish. Thank you, and as always, go Bulldogs. And with that being said, to my fellow administrators, the Board of Education, Dr. Rook, students, parents, and community members, as high school principal, it is my duty, honor, and privilege to certify that the young men and women that will be receiving a diploma this evening as part of the East Palestine High School class of 2026, having met individually and collectively the requirements of the state of Ohio and the East Palestine School District Board of Education, are now presented to you, Mr. Carson, as president of the East Palestine Board of Education for issuance of their diplomas.
Row 1, please rise. Tradition has it that the parents of the valedictorians and salutatorians come forward to present diplomas. At this time, will Tiffany and Justin Bland please come forward? Kayla Rose Bland. Valedictorian, Diploma with Honors, National Honor Society, President's Award for Academic Excellence, Senior Class Treasurer. Will Kristen Dyke and Mitch Dyke please come forward? Olivia Elaine Dyke. Valedictorian, Diploma with Honors, National Honor Society, President's Award for Educational Excellence, Senior Class Vice President. Will Candace and Derek Kerbaugh please come forward? Gabriella Julene Kerbaugh. Valedictorian, Diploma with Honors, National Honor Society. Will Casey Kreidler and Denver Kreidler please come forward? Cammie Marie Kreidler. Valedictorian, Diploma with Honors, National Honor Society, Senior Class President. Will Nicole Snedeker and Donald Snedeker please come forward? Olivia Eileen Snedeker. Valedictorian, Diploma with Honors, National Honor Society. Will Molly and Michael Hoover please come forward? Riley Marie Hoover. Salutatorian, Diploma with Honors, National Honor Society, President's Award for Educational Excellence. At this time, we will call the remaining class officer to help with the awarding of the diplomas. Landon Ryan Davis. Diploma with Honors, National Honor Society, President's Award for Educational Excellence, Senior Class Secretary. The following 4 graduates complete our top 10 honor students for the class of 2026. Lainey Joanne Bastarkey. Honor Student, Diploma with Honors, National Honor Society. Brady Michael Brubaker. Honor Student, Diploma with Honors, National Honor Society. Alyssa Jade Dilling. Honor Student, Diploma with Honors, National Honor Society. Aubrey Sienna Weber. Honor Student, Diploma with Honors, National Honor Society. Row 2, please rise. Abby Elizabeth Baird. Zoe Dawn Beamer, Diploma with Honors. Bailey K. Blake. Reese Bailey Bosworth. Drew Lewis Bycroft, Diploma with Honors. Austin Lee Campbell. Michael James Chestnut. Grace Renee Clark. Row 3, please rise. Caden Douglas Coffey. Jack David Cope. Landon Allen Cope. Sandra Sue Diatley. Imani Valerie Dogan. Cooper Lee Egan. Olivia Sharon Thulger. Alexis Anna Freed. Mason Eli Haldeman. Row 4, please rise. Leaden Esther Elizabeth Harker. Diploma with Honors, National Honor Society. Gabrielle Tatiana Harris. Chloe Morgan Heft. Jordan Nicole Herstein Lewis, National Honor Society. Gage Allen Hicks. Caleb Thomas Holly. Sabrina Paige Hugar. Faith Marie Jascola. Madison Jade Jones. Alexis Marie Kasanich. Row 5, please rise. Timothy Andrew Kelly. Alexander Joseph Kidder. Avery Sean Klingensmith. Carter Ryan Little. Abigail Grace Mollenkoff. Diploma with Honors, National Honor Society. Randy Lynn Murphy. Dominic Lee Netzel. Kira Marie Nagorski. Row 6, please rise. Lucas Jeffrey Parker. Lydia Joy Rafferty. National Honor Society President's Award for Educational Excellence. Lillian Sue Ratner. Ethan Thomas Reed. Logan Jacob Rose, Diploma with Honors. Teresa Lynn Rowland. Regan Lane Sayer, Diploma with Honors. Zachary Aiden David Schnell. Jacob Robert Schroeder, Diploma with Honors. Row 7, please rise. Jordan Allen Shipton. Blaine Gregory Thompson. Gage Ryan Vitullo. Casey Lynn Williams. Ashton James Wilrich. Amara J. Wilson, Diploma with Honors, National Honor Society. Nathan James Zomdek. Row 7, be seated. Congratulations to the class of 2026.
As tonight's ceremony comes to an end, I would like to thank the families, friends, faculty, and the class of 1976 who have come to celebrate with us tonight. As we're just beginning our journeys, we all have one very important thing with the class of 1976. As alumni of East Palestine High School, we leave a piece of our hearts within these walls. So seniors, take in one last breath, one last look, and think about the last 4 years we have spent in this building here in front of us. I know most of us here would not like to admit it, but this place will be greatly missed. East Palestine might not be everyone's favorite place, but it will always be a place I hold close to my heart. This small town has given me my best friends, the best memories, laughter, love, and so much more that I would not have gained if I did not spend my last 13 years happily walking through these halls or growing up here my whole life. Now it's time to move on. As sad as I am to leave East Palestine High School and all my classmates, teachers, coaches, I'm eager to see my future as well as the rest of yours. Someone sitting here today said, "You believe, we believe," and I believe in that. Go and pursue your dreams, and do not let anyone doubt you. Believe in yourself, and the rest will follow. As we end here today and start our new beginnings in adulthood, I want to wish each and every single one of you the best of luck in your futures in whatever path you choose. At this time, will the class of 2026 please stand for the turning of the tassels and remain standing for the playing of our alma mater. Three, two, one. Congratulations, class of 2026.